These are not CGI. Every animal you are about to see is real, not computer-generated, not a hoax, not an artist's imagination. Each one of these creatures is alive on Earth right now, breathing the same air you are. And by the end of this video, number 1 is going to make you question everything you thought you knew about what nature is capable of building. Scientists estimate we have discovered less than 20% of the species sharing this planet with us. The other 80% are still out there, in the deep ocean trenches, the untouched rainforests, the caves nobody has mapped. These 10 animals were all considered myths, hoaxes, or impossible, until someone finally caught one. Let's start at number 10. Number 10, the eye. Found only on the island of Madagascar, this is the world's largest nocturnal primate, and it looks like something assembled from spare parts. Enormous glowing eyes, bat ears, rodent teeth that never stop growing. But the truly strange part is that middle finger. That finger is twice as long as the others, and it moves on a ball and socket joint, like a tiny human shoulder. The eye taps it against a tree up to 8 times per second, listening for the hollow echo of insect tunnels underneath. Then it gnaws a hole and fishes the grub out. It is echolocation, performed with a finger. No other primate on Earth does this. Number 9, the blobfish. You have seen the photo. The sad, melting pink blob voted the world's ugliest animal. But that photo is a lie. That is what a blobfish looks like after being dragged up from 4,000 feet, where the pressure is over 100 times what you feel right now. In its home, the blobfish is a perfectly ordinary-looking fish. It has almost no skeleton and no swim bladder, because at that depth, air-filled organs would be crushed instantly. Its body is a gelatinous mass slightly less dense than water, so it simply floats above the seafloor forever, waiting for food to drift past. It is not ugly. It is just a creature that cannot survive our world, and we judged it anyway. Number 8, the Saiga Antelope. This animal walked the earth alongside woolly mammoths and saber-toothed cats, and it never changed. That enormous, drooping, trunk-like nose is not a deformity. It is a masterpiece of engineering. In summer, it filters out the choking dust of the steppe. In winter, it warms air to body temperature before it ever reaches the lungs, in temperatures that drop to -40. Number 7, the axolotl. That permanent smile has made it an internet celebrity, but what is actually happening inside this animal is far stranger. The axolotl never grows up. Every other salamander loses its gills, crawls onto land, and becomes an adult. The axolotl simply refuses. It stays a larva for its entire life and breeds anyway. And then there is the regeneration. Cut off an axolotl's leg, and it grows back perfectly with bone, muscle, nerve, and blood vessels, no scar tissue. It can regrow its spinal cord, portions of its heart, even parts of its brain. Researchers around the world are studying this animal right now because whatever the axolotl knows about rebuilding a body, we desperately want to learn. And here is the cruel irony. It is critically endangered in the wild. Number 6, the pangolin, the only mammal on Earth completely covered in scales. Those scales are made of keratin, the same material as your fingernails, and they are sharp enough to cut. When a pangolin is threatened, it curls into a ball so tight and so perfectly armored that a full-grown lion cannot open it. Lions have been filmed batting them around for hours before giving up entirely. A pangolin has no teeth at all. Instead, it has a tongue longer than its own body, anchored not in its mouth but near its pelvis, which it uses to hoover up 70 million ants and termites a year. And yet this perfectly armored animal is the most trafficked mammal on the planet. Armor that stops a lion is completely useless against a human being with a sack. Number 5, Glaucus atlanticus, the blue sea dragon. This is a sea slug. It is about the size of your thumbnail, and it looks like a piece of jewelry that learned to swim. It spends its entire life floating upside down on the surface of the open ocean, swallowing air to stay buoyant. Its blue side faces the sky, and its silver side faces the depths, camouflage from predators above and below at the same time. But here is what makes it terrifying. The blue sea dragon hunts the Portuguese man-o-war, one of the most venomous creatures in the ocean. It eats the stinging cells, and instead of digesting them, It stores them in the tips of those blue fingers. It concentrates them. So a sting from this thumbnail-sized slug is more painful than a sting from the jellyfish it ate. Number 4, the star-nosed mole. Those 22 pink tentacles ringing its face are not for smelling. They are not for grabbing. That star is the most sensitive touch organ ever discovered in any animal on Earth. It contains over 100,000 nerve fibers, 5 times more than the entire surface of a human hand, packed into something smaller than your fingertip. This mole is functionally blind, and it does not need eyes. It identifies and eats prey in an average of 230 milliseconds, faster than the human brain can consciously register that something moved. It is the fastest eating mammal ever recorded, and it can smell underwater by blowing air bubbles onto objects and inhaling them back. Nobody thought that was physically possible until it was filmed. Number 3, the Okapi. For centuries, explorers in the Congo brought back reports of a creature the locals called the African unicorn, part zebra, part horse, part giraffe. European scientists dismissed it as a fairy tale for 200 years. Then in 1901, they finally got a specimen. It was real. It is the giraffe's only living relative, and it has a purple-black tongue long enough to wash its own eyeballs and clean the inside of its own ears. Number 2, the maned wolf. It looks exactly like a fox that was stretched. Those legs are absurdly, impossibly long, an evolutionary solution to seeing over the tall grasslands of South America. But it is not a fox. It is not a wolf either. It is the only member of its entire genus, the last survivor of a lineage that lost every other branch during the last ice age. And number 1, the Dumbo Octopus. This is the deepest living octopus ever discovered, filmed at nearly 23,000 feet below the surface, in a place where the pressure would crush a submarine and where sunlight has never, not once, reached in the entire history of the planet. It has no ink sac. There would be no point, because there is nothing down there to hide from in the dark. Instead of jetting like other octopuses, it flaps those 2 ear-like fins and glides slowly and gracefully through absolute blackness. And here is the detail that stays with you. Female Dumbo octopuses carry eggs at every single stage of development at the same time, because in a place with no seasons, no light, and no way to predict when food will come, there is no right moment to reproduce. So they are always ready. Always. Every animal on this list was once considered impossible. The Okapi was a myth for 2 centuries. The star-nosed mole's abilities were dismissed as bad science, and we are still finding new species at a rate of roughly 18,000 every single year. So the strangest animal on Earth? It almost certainly has not been discovered yet. If this changed how you see the natural world, subscribe, because next week we are going somewhere even stranger. Thanks for watching.